topic. For those of us who are meteorologists, it's a unique passion. It's not just a job, we're saving lives. That passion never goes away. The weather never sleeps, it's 24/7. You work really hard and you work really odd hours. You are underpaid significantly. A lot of us are burnout or run down, which is why I left full time. I had my daughter and I was missing the big moments, and I didn't want to regret that later on in life. Sometimes you'd like to just be able to take a deep breath and just work for yourself. When I first saw Weatherfront for showing me those graphics, within 10 seconds, you knew they had something extra special. There aren't many tools that allow you to broadcast well from home. That's all you need to give an amazing weather forecast. My 8-year-old daughter was learning it faster than me. Weatherfront is allowing freedom for so many meteorologists. I don't think they realize how they are disrupting this industry in the most positive way and helping so many people reach that work-life balance. They're preventing burnout, and they're actually allowing for more credited meteorologists to be on social media and digital platforms. I can actually do what I love under my circumstances when I want to do it. And it's like the best feeling in the world. On this southern storm that we're monitoring, this is a quick, brief spin-up tornado, most likely. That'll be on maybe 1 or 2 radar scans, and then it'll be completely gone. All right, thanks for joining us. We are in the middle of a significant severe weather outbreak. The severe weather parameters, tornado parameters are maxed out today. This is a scenario that we typically see in like March or April, not 5 days before the summer solstice. We've got very strong upper level jet stream winds, a very strong upper trough. And so these wind speeds are significantly stronger compared to the setup that we had just less than a week ago, last Thursday, where we had a lot of confirmed violent tornadoes on the ground. And even there were 3 different tornadoes. We had a storm chaser capture 3 different tornadoes at once on the ground because there's so many circulations with these merging cells, and they were maintaining their circulations. We do have tornado watches in effect, as well as severe thunderstorm watches. The tornado watches remain in effect for parts of central southern Indiana, Illinois, and into Missouri. Those are in effect until 11 o'clock Central Time. Then do have severe thunderstorm watches in effect from central and southern Missouri, stretching just south of Kansas City into, I believe, western, southeastern parts of Kansas until 11 o'clock as well. And then we also have where the surface low is, right around Wisconsin, west of Madison. We have had a confirmed tornado there, and we're watching a storm that continues to have some significant rotation with it. as well as large hail and damaging straight line wind gusts. So again, we were watching that one very closely. Our amazing weather producer, Stephen Bruker, is behind the scenes with us running the radar, which is absolutely fantastic. But this is the beast we were talking about. When you have a storm that's getting that extra spin right around the surface low, that is what you can get. So again, we're getting significant rotation with this storm. And what I'm going to do is we're going to look at the velocity. Let's see if our amazing producer, Stephen Bruker, can pull up the velocity. I'm doing a few things on my end as well, so we can get a better look at this storm. And gosh, I mean, you look at that rotation right there. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a tornado on the ground. And one of the areas, Stephen, if you can use the pencil feature and kind of like circle it, I want to show you where it is in regard to the storm and where it's likely embedded in some rain. It may be hard to see. And when there is a tornado warning like this, you don't want to try and go and see it. That's kind of a natural instinct. You're curious, right? You're like, I get the warning or alert on your phone, you hear the sirens. Let's get that secondary source of information to see, is it actually happening? Is it there? No, this is a very violent storm that has rotation in it. Once you get the notification, you hear that warning or the warning sirens, you need to get into your safe place, lowest level of the home or building you're in. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. My daughter and I, we seek shelter under the closet or in the closet that's under the staircase. That gives us as many walls. Also, we have an interior bathroom we sometimes use too. But this rotation right now is right around the Highland area. And this is moving off here to the south and east at about 40 miles per hour. So, Dodgeville, this is headed toward you, and anywhere between Highland and just north of Dodgeville, you need to be prepared for this. South of Clyde, you're going to pick up probably on some significant hail. The rotation is likely going to be just south of you. Wyoming, it'll be just south of you as well. But again, this is a very dangerous cell on its own, by itself. Up there in Wisconsin, southwestern Wisconsin, off to the west there of Madison. Now, what I am going to focus in on, let's go south and east of Kansas City, where we're seeing several severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. So it's interesting what just happened with these cells. We were watching some storm cells with good rotation. They actually still have some decent rotation, but what you're seeing with both of these, we actually have one of our storm chasers with Weather.Watch on this one cell right now. We're going to pull up his feed. We've got Dorian here. And so he's been doing a fantastic job. And you can see right where his location is. He's been doing a fantastic job keeping an eye on the one storm that's just moved south and east of Clinton. That rotation is near Leesville. The interesting thing is they did, instead of extending a tornado warning, they've extended a severe thunderstorm warning. Same to the cell just off to the south and west, but there still is some rotation. There could still be a wall cloud, but I'm going to take a look and sneak peek here at the severe thunderstorm warning to just get a better idea of the extension here. So the two southern ones, if you go a little bit, pan a little bit south, yeah. So where you see these two, can you circle the two new severe thunderstorm warnings, Stephen? Just so we can, yeah, right there and right there. Those are the extensions of the tornado warning. So they did not extend the tornado warning. They gave fresh severe thunderstorm warning. The definition of a severe thunderstorm warning is either a tornado on the ground, the large hail, or the damaging straight line winds. So a tornado warning is also could be a part of a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, these are moving east at 35 miles per hour, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and quarter-size hail. There is still rotation, but they're not concerned with it at this point. So, which is good news. We don't want a tornado. We never want a tornado. The severe thunderstorm warning to the southeast or southwest, I should say, that goes until 7. That's a 52-minute long one. 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail with that as well. So again, these are dumping heavy rain, prolific lightning, but you still see they've got the kidney bean shape. There is still some rotation within these storms. So even though it's just a severe thunderstorm warning, and I don't even like saying just because these are powerful storms, damaging straight line wind gusts could still knock down power lines, knock down trees on your home. do all those things. So you want to get into, a room without windows or stay away from the windows because with the large hail, the damaging straight line wind in these storms can break through glass if the wind is moving sideways. And so you got to be very careful of that. Now, looking farther off to the north of there, near Warrensburg, I believe Stephen. Oh, nope, nope. Stay where you are and zoom in just closer southeast of Kansas City. We're seeing a secondary line closer to the warm front that is we have a couple severe cells, and again, there's so much spin in the atmosphere. You can see they start to get that kidney shape too. There's a lot of lightning in this is a severe warn cell. This is in effect for another 21 minutes or so. And so for this particular cell, again, the big concern would be damaging straight line wind and quarter size hail. This storm itself is moving east at about 35 miles per hour. So what we're seeing right now, at least, and what I kind of like to see is the fact that we're removing the tornado warnings. There's still spin. We have to be careful, but we're not extending them, but there are still severe thunderstorm warnings. So again, there is the risk that remains for discrete supercells to continue. And so there's a lot of shear in the atmosphere right now. And so that's why we've had lots of warning for this from the Storm Prediction Center and local National Weather Service offices. What I do want to do is let's dive, if we can, Mr. Bruker. We call him Mr. Bruker. I want to go to the storm, the tornado warning in Illinois, if we can go to that one. So we've got several strong storms around Springfield and Decatur, but the one just right around the Charleston area, we're seeing some rotation right there. That's where we do have a tornado warning. The only tornado warning right now in Illinois, and we'll take it because there is a lot of spin in the atmosphere, especially in Illinois and Indiana. That is the greatest shear. So we're looking at this right now. This storm is moving east at 50 miles per hour. Again, quarter size hail is also possible with this, and wind gusts potentially 40, 50 plus miles per hour. But the big concern is a possible tornado. Impacts, areas impacted would be Interstate 57 between mile markers 191 and 208, Walnut Point State Park. Again, this is right around the Charleston area at this moment in time. So again, a tornado is possible. It's radar indicated. We do not have any confirmation of this being on the ground, which is great news, but it looks like we just got a new extended one. Let's see. I'm looking for the update. We did right there live, if you can see it. We've got a new extended tornado warning. This now includes, remember I mentioned just a little bit ago, Paris and Marshall. This is just now off to the west of Terre Haute. Terre Haute, I need you to prepare for this storm. You're not in the tornado warning yet. Same with you, Paris, Harrison, Clinton, Prairieton, Prairie Creek. I need you to be prepared for this storm. You don't have to get into your safe place just yet, but a potentially tornadic storm and powerful severe storm is heading your way. So you need to be prepared for large hail, straight line damaging wind gusts, possibly a tornado. So I would, if you are in Terre Haute, Harrison, Prairieton, and Prairie Creek, get your car into your garage or under your carport if you can, and get in and be prepared to get into your safe place. Also, the town of Riley, Marshall, a little bit closer. You now are under that tornado warning. Marshall, Redmond, Kansas, Vermilion, and Elbridge. You are now hearing tornado sirens. Your phone alarms are going off. Grandview. This is for you too. So, this tornado warning extends out over an hour. That's how significant this is. So, this goes until 7:15 Central Time. And why the local National Weather Service offices are issuing or giving such an extended runway is because these storms are moving fast. They're strong, violent, potentially a tornado. They want to make sure you have enough time to get to your safe place. So this tornado warning is for southern Edgar County and northern Clark County. These are in east central Illinois, about to cross into Indiana. So like I was mentioning, Terre Haute and surrounding locations, you need to be prepared that and know that this storm is heading toward you. This storm will be near Kansas here. This is Kansas, Illinois, a town in Illinois, in the next couple minutes or so. This includes Interstate 70 between mile markers 137 and 154. You need to be prepared for this. And uh, this is a dangerous situation. So, again, you need to seek shelter immediately if you are in these locations. So, we've got Mr. Bruker, who is focusing in on the rotation for these looking at some of the chaser feeds. Is it possible for us to pull up the chaser feeds? If not, that's okay. We may not be able to. And there's a severe storm. What I want you to also see is the severe storm that's coming down the pipeline. Some of these storms are going to train over the same areas. When we say train, we think about train tracks, right? They're going over the same location. So we're watching Edgar O'Neill's feed right now. Structurally, as a meteorologist and atmospheric scientist, it's a beautiful looking storm, but a terrifying and dangerous one. So you need to seek shelter. But there is some hail. This storm, I'm going to look actually up at the warning around Mount Zion. This particular severe thunderstorm warning, there looks to be some significant hail with that storm, 2-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So the storm behind it here is a beast. You can see it in the reflectivity, the pinks, the purples. That is indicative of hail being reflected there in the radar, being detected by the radar. The radar sends out a beam and it detects, okay, what is the precipitation type? Are we getting raindrops? Is it snow, sleet, hail? And so you can tell that that storm, there is significant hail. There's a very strong updraft in that storm. And actually, there is some rotation in that storm as well. So even though it's not tornado warned yet, this storm, that the worst of it just moved through Mount Zion, is approaching you, Lovington, Bethany, heading towards Sullivan. Sullivan and Arthur, you're currently not under a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning just yet, but be prepared. This is the severe thunderstorm warning will at least be extended to you, if not potentially a tornado warning, because there is rotation in this storm, multiple areas of rotation in this storm. So it will definitely, a severe thunderstorm warning will be extended. If anything tightens up or we get reports of a tornado on the ground, then a tornado warning will be issued for you. But I want to give you that heads up. Again, looking back down the road at the one approaching Terre Haute in Indiana, you got this big storm with some rotation right between Oakland and Charleston, heading right toward Kansas, the town of Kansas in Illinois. This is Kansas, Illinois. This rotation is about to be right over you. You need to seek shelter. There could be some small hail in this, some damaging wind gusts. Again, this is going to be approaching Paris here soon, between Paris and Marshall. Terre Haute, you technically are not under any type of warning just yet, but likely will be under a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning if they feel that the rotation is tight enough or there's a confirmed tornado on the ground. So between Clinton, Harrison, Terre Haute, Prairieton, Prairie Creek, you need to be prepared to seek shelter if a warning is issued for you. But Marshall, Paris, you need to, especially Marshall, and north between Marshall and Elbridge, you need to get into your safe place. But that's a pretty tight rotation going on right there between Kansas and Westfield. So you need to just be prepared for this. You need to be in your safe place, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. I'm waiting for an update to see if we get any type of confirmation. I'm actually going to look at correlation coefficient as well, which allows us to see, is there any debris in the atmosphere? Are there any dropouts in the reflectivity that allow us to be like, wow, there actually is possibly a tornado on the ground. So again, I'm not seeing anything specifically indicating that, but that doesn't mean that a tornado can't drop at any moment in time, which is why the tornado warning has been issued. So again, both have rotation, but the one, we're definitely seeing rotation on that. Let's head a little bit north here, if we can, to the surface low. Stephen, just west of Madison, Wisconsin. Let's take a look at that guy. And unfortunately, that's in a radar hole here. So it's approaching Madison, Wisconsin. So it's between the Madison and La Crosse radars. And so we're going to see, we do still have some unique and rotation with this storm, kind of on the back side of it. So it's in a unique spot. I'm going to look also and analyze. I'm doing this on my phone as Mr. Bruker is doing this live to you. But it's got a unique spin to it. With this tornado warning. Now, this tornado warning has gotten smaller because what the local National Weather Service will do is, as places get cleared of the greatest threat, they will shrink the warning so you're not continuing hearing the sirens. You know it's safe to come out. But Clyde, Wyoming, this is between you, between Clyde and Dodgeville. We just got a new scan, which is fantastic news because I'm seeing, looking at the velocity, the new scan on the velocity shows a weakened rotation, still tight, but weakened, which is some great news. We'll see if they continue this tornado warning. This storm is moving fast, or if they extend it into a severe thunderstorm warning farther down the line. They will be doing that very quickly. So, again, we are going to see if they continue this as a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning. It is radar indicated at the moment in time. That storm is moving east at about 40 miles per hour. So we are looking now, we just got a fresh severe thunderstorm warning. I believe that is yeah, severe thunderstorm warning here. That's a new one. And this is great with the Weatherfront app where it flashes for you so you can see. And this is the concern. And what's interesting is it's still only a severe thunderstorm warning, but there's rotation. I know Steven's seeing it, I'm seeing it, but they don't have uh they're not issuing a tornado warning on it just yet, which means that they're not seeing it at the lowest levels, which is some good news. I will take it. I will 100% take it. The last thing we want is a tornado on the ground causing damage because this area of the country has already seen significant tornadoes. And I believe Illinois, the state of Illinois, leads so far this year for the highest reported tornadoes, which is very unique. But again, we have that newly updated severe thunderstorm warning. There's still rotation in it, but let's look and see what it says. This is until 7 o'clock Central Time, so we have 40 minutes for it. Now, again, this was the storm, so listen to this. I want you to understand the details for this. We were just talking about this storm about 8 minutes ago. We had the tornado warnings, but remember when I talked about that cell has to have large hail and it said 2-inch hail? It does have 2-inch size hail, but also it now has destructive straight line wind gusts of 80 miles per hour. The threat with this severe thunderstorm, remember, I gave you a heads up even before they extended the warning there for Sullivan and Bourbon and Atwood. This is a significant storm with up to 2-inch size hail and up to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. 80-mile-per-hour winds, that is equivalent to a Category 1 hurricane. This is a destructive storm, so this is a very significant situation. There's some rotation with it, but right now it doesn't look like we're getting any kind of confirmation. But again, the emergency management at 6:01 p.m. at the Decatur Airport measured a 78-mile-per-hour wind gust. So again, several power poles have been blown down by this wind. So you do not want to be outside to try and see this storm, to do anything. This is a very dangerous storm. You need to get into the lowest level of your home, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. 80-mile-per-hour wind and 2-inch hail can do some damage. Both of those individually, combine that together, you got 80-mile-per-hour wind blowing around 2-inch hail. That can shatter windows. You can have flying debris. It's the last thing that you want. So again, there is still some rotation with this, but again, this is a destructive storm already causing power poles or knocking over power poles, as well as a 78-mile-per-hour wind gust report. So again, you need to, what you can expect is flying debris. And especially you do need to get out of a mobile home. If you can get into a more sturdy structure, if at all possible, if there's lead time. If not, I want you to hunker down, maybe put some blankets and pillows over you because this is a beast of a storm. This is heading, moving and going to be heading between Arthur and Allenville, impacting you, Arcola, Humboldt, Tuscola. But the worst of it, you can see just, and there's some rotation. It looks like there's some rotation. Looking at the velocity product, this is a very unique situation that we have going on, likely due to the large hail that is in place. I'm going to do something really quick. Stephen, can you look at the vertically integrated liquid. God, this kind of gives you an idea of the hail size. Um, but there is significant hail in this. I'm gonna kind of look at the correlation coefficient too. Because we're also seeing, I want to see something really quickly. Um, on the northern part of it, because there's some hail, but we're getting crazy reflection with this. So, I'm trying to look at the storm relative velocity too. There's some tight rotation. I'm going to use the pencil feature. I wouldn't be surprised, and I know Steven is seeing this too. Oh, look at that hail core. Look at that. Um, that is significant. Thanks, Steven. Steven's running the radar for us. He is awesome and amazing in every way. And it's fantastic. But that is significant. That's over Lovington. So Arthur, Atwood, I know I was zooming kind of in looking at some of the cities. You need to seek shelter immediately. And there's some different areas. I see actually even three different little areas of rotation. This may be a little um, kind of, I guess, radar pollution, as you call it, due to the large hail size. So we could be seeing something that actually isn't there. But the hail is significant in this storm. So this is something that you need to take very seriously, and you need to seek shelter. There is significant hail. The hail core, Arthur coming for you, just south of Atwood, Bourbon. Bourbon, you need to be prepared. You're getting heavy rain right now. You're not getting the hail just yet. You have a very small window of opportunity to get your car in the garage, into a carport if you can, but that hail core is moving fast. Between Arcola and Tuscola, you need to protect yourself. There's a large hail core coming toward you. It's going to be just north of Humboldt. This hail core is also coming near Hinsboro, just south of Camargo, heading toward Oakland. And we're going to take a look. Let's take a quick look at this tornado warning as well. Um, that is about to move into Indiana. So for Paris, I'm just going to switch over really quick, looking at the velocity. We've got two storms. So unfortunately, I'd stay on this scene really quick, Stephen. I want you to stay right here because what I want you to look at is the fact that these storms are training over the same areas. So you see where we've got Grandview, the town of Kansas, Illinois, Redmond, Paris, Vermilion, Elbridge, you're currently under tornado warning. You're going to see a much stronger cell with large hail and destructive wind that is going to be coming towards you. So after this tornado warning, you're not done yet. You're having a much more potentially destructive storm coming behind you. Can we look at the echo tops? Stephen, do you want to look at the echo tops for us and see how they are? Stephen is shaking something viciously, and I don't know what it is. I wonder if it's a salad, some type of dinner that he's about to eat. It is a salad. Oh my God, what type of salad? No, I can't tell. I can't tell. He has to say it. What type of salad? Oh, and I want one too. I just had some sushi. I had a very early dinner. I actually had it, that was my first meal of the day so far. So, lots of things going on. But yeah, that salad sounds delicious. But that's what I'm concerned with. There's rotation in the first one. There's still rotation in the second one. But this is a much more destructive storm in the way of hail and damaging straight line wind, up to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, 2-inch in diameter hail that can cause damage to your shingles, your roof, your car, smash your windshield. You do not want to be outside at all. You don't need to be outside. You need to get into your safe place. So unfortunately, where Oakland, Paris, Marshall, you're going through getting in your safe place. There's a tornado warning right now. You're about to get another severe thunderstorm warning. So Terre Haute, this is a huge warning for you. I've been mentioning this. Clinton, Universal, Rosedale, Harrison, Terre Haute, Prairieton, Prairie Creek, even Elbridge and Marshall, you're currently in this tornado warning. You're getting through this storm first with some rotation, but then the storm behind you has some rotation, not tornado warned yet, but it is severe warned 2-inch in diameter hail, 80-mile-per-hour wind gust, has a history with a report of an 78-mile-per-hour wind gust, and multiple power lines down. You do want to be very careful because this is likely going to cause damage, may cause you to lose power, so charge whatever you can now. Terre Haute, Paris, Marshall, Oakland, Charleston, get whatever charge you can on your phone. I tend to run my phone kind of, I don't mean to, but it can get really low on its battery by the end of the day. Even sometimes I forget to charge it at night. So then I wake up, it's like 1%. I want you to charge your electronics. I want you to know where your safe place is because you'll likely want to get into your safe place with this storm because you will hear the hail. And it may sound alarming and scary, and it could break through the glass because these storms are moving at a pretty quick pace as well. So you want to be prepared for this in Terre Haute. This is coming straight in for you. Even looking farther down the road, Brazil, Clay City, Jasonville, this is all in southwestern Indiana. These storms are heading your way. So I just want you to know they're training over the same area, and you're not going to be done after that severe storm. There's more rain coming, so we do have the concern for some flash flooding as these storms, as what we call train over the same area. Looking back here, let's look back at our tornado warning here, Stephen. Just off to the west now, what you can see that just happened. And we were talking about this too, where the rotation, remember I mentioned that rotation had weakened. And we'll see if they extend the tornado warning or not. They did not extend. This is the one that's west of Madison. So if you head farther north, Wisconsin, by the surface low. So this is some good news too. I like to see this. So Madison, Wisconsin, the severe thunderstorm warning is just to your west. There's still some rotation. This is a funky storm. This is a very funky storm. I just have to say it. It's got some unique rotation features in it, kind of wrapping around itself. But at this moment in time, despite some rotation, the concern is more 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Really not too concerned of large hail at the moment in time, but 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This storm is moving east at 35. Again, there could be some damage to roofs, siding, some tree limbs down, causing power outages. So just keep that in mind. Locations that are going to be impacted are Mount Horby, um, Horeb, I should say, Dodgeville, Cross Plains, Black Earth, Barneveld, Blue Mounds, Ridgeway, Hollandale, Pine Bluff, Blue Mound, St. Park, Mount Vernon, and Jonesdale. So again, this also other landmarks included are the following location, which is Hydes Mill. I always think landmarks are very important. Keep in mind the tornado watch remains in effect for this area for south central Wisconsin until 9 o'clock Central Time, just because you're in the vicinity of that surface low. And so there's a lot of forcing and spin in the atmosphere there. But right at this moment in time, we're not seeing anything too significant. But this storm is heading toward you, Madison, Wisconsin. So, Madison, you may get a severe thunderstorm warning issued for you here pretty quickly because this storm is moving very fast. It is moving off to the east at about 35 miles per hour. It's actually not too fast. It looks maybe a little bit faster on the radar, but it's going to be approaching you soon. I bet in Madison and Fitchburg and Stroughton, you're seeing some dark clouds to your west. You'll likely start to see a pretty intense looking shelf cloud here soon, right before that heavy rain hits and the gusty wind. So again, just be careful of that. Be prepared for that. Madison is a really cute town, one of my favorite towns. Our producer, Stephen Bruker, has spent some time up there working, and he also loves Madison. It's just a beautiful place, and it's got a great university. It's really fun. So
Shout out
again,
to Ravensoft.
what'd you say?
Said shout out to Ravensoft. Call it done.
Ravensoft. Shout out to Ravensoft. Ravensoft is awesome. Um, and you know what I like to see here, Stephen? Zooming out at everything. The unique thing is we did have a confirmed tornado up around, I believe, I'm not sure if it was in Wisconsin or southeastern Minnesota or northeastern Iowa earlier, but we had a confirmed tornado around the surface low up there west of Madison earlier, a confirmed tornado in Alabama, southeastern Alabama, one briefly in Illinois, and I think there are one or two others. And we did have a brief tornado touch down for 5 seconds southeast of Kansas City. But what I like, what I'm seeing is Kansas City, things are winding down southeast of you. Only one severe thunderstorm warning that maybe is going to transition to a special weather statement, which means that the storm may be weakening. Right around the surface, though, again, we were talking about that severe thunderstorm warning that it extended from tornado warning. So again, really the main tornado warning that we have right now is right on the state line of Illinois and Indiana, just west of Terre Haute. But the bigger storm, storm that I'm concerned with and has a heck of a hail core, this is going to cause significant damage. I can't relay this enough. That storm has a very powerful hail core, significant hail core, and a history of damaging wind gusts of 78 miles per hour. That's reported with 2 inch size hail. So again, it's currently now impacting. It's past you, the worst of it, Sullivan and Atwood, but it's coming for you, and it's got some rotation on it too. So Arcola, Humboldt, especially Arcola with the hail core north of Humboldt, you're going to get the worst of this. Hinesboro, Oakland. Hinesboro and Oakland, you are right now between severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warnings. This severe thunderstorm warning is about to likely be issued for you. Again, Hinesboro, Oakland, Charleston, and that you had the tornadic storm, potentially tornadic, move just south and east of you. So you're in a little bit of a mini break, but you're still getting some light to moderate, even heavier pockets of rain. But the beast of the storm is going to be heading toward you. Yes, Stephen.
Can you see the comments that are coming in on YouTube?
Oh, I'm seeing him right now.
We have
Let's see.
two comments about Arthur.
Arthur. Oh, exciting. Can we switch to Arthur? Is that possible, Mr. Stephen Bruker?
Absolutely.
So Arthur, the unique thing about Arthur, the biggest concern about Arthur is that Arthur isn't going to stay over water too much longer. The main thing with Arthur is going to be a rainmaker, a flood threat, but also there is the severe weather possibility with it as well. So Arthur is the first named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, if you can believe it. So we're covering a potentially major I'm not sure if we're going to call this an outbreak. An outbreak can vary when it comes to tornadoes and severe weather, but some significant storms we're still monitoring. But I want to get to cover the National Hurricane Center really quick. So we do have Tropical Storm Arthur. It formed earlier today, and the latest on Arthur is, let's see if I can get, I'm going to look at the discussion here too. It is about to move back over inland into Texas. So it's got a central minimum pressure of 1,000 millibars, which is not very strong. And maximum sustained winds at 40 miles per hour. So again, it just reached that tropical storm status. It's moving northeast at 8 miles per hour. So it's moving very slowly, which is causing a little bit of a concern when it comes to the flooding threat. So again, we are a little bit concerned with that. Looking at the latest forecast discussion for Arthur, and it looks like it actually has moved inland to the center of rotation over Matagorda County, Texas. And you can see it also on the visible satellite. But it's the circulation itself is looking more diffuse, it's less defined, making it a little bit difficult to track. So there is some lack of confidence of the exact location. But a large area of deep convection associated with it is over the northwestern Gulf of America. But there is strong westerly shear that this system is being impacted by. So it's displacing where the heavy rain is farther from the center. They did send hurricane hunters, so NOAA hurricane hunters out to investigate. That did show tropical storm force winds are ongoing with the convection, so they're maintaining a tropical storm at this point. But the low level, the mean center has deviated more northward than expected today, and the long-term motion estimate is north-northeast at about 6 knots. So again, we're looking at 8 miles per hour. And actually, most models suggest that the circulation center will dissipate within the next 6 to 12 hours, but a continued motion toward the north northeast is forecast for Arthur or its low level remnants through tonight. So there's an updated forecast track that has shifted kind of left farther inland due to that center relocation this afternoon. But again, this is really limited consequences to the greatest impacts from Arthur, which are going to be felt east of the center. And the main concern is going to be persistent rain that could cause and lead to flooding, as well as potentially some severe storms. So now that the center of Arthur is inland, weakening is again expected because you're getting the friction between the surface. Tropical systems, they feed off of warm ocean water. Warm ocean water is their food. And if they don't have it anymore, they're going to weaken. And also, you get the friction, which is going to tear apart the storm as well. So, weakening is expected with Arthur while it contends with the westerly shear, but also it moves over land and there's some also drier mid-level air that's infiltrating from the west. So looking at as we head throughout the next 12 hours or so, again, there is the potential for low pressure to develop over oh, actually, this is Western Atlantic late this week or this weekend as the remnant vorticity from Arthur emerges off the southeast coast. So that's something we got to keep in mind. Even with any kind of little spin over the ocean in this time of year, close to home, even if we have like a boundary, a cold front, and getting just a little spin, that can trigger something. But it is unclear at this moment in time how tropical in nature the system would be and if it were to develop. So that's something that we will closely monitor. But heavy rainfall and flash flooding remain the primary hazards with this. It is very significant. There will be also an increased tornado threat for portions of the southeast through Thursday because we're getting that added spin, right? You need that spin in the atmosphere to produce tornadoes. So again, Arthur is not really expected to strengthen much at all. We've got some heavy rain, and even in southeastern Alabama earlier today, we did have a tornado touchdown. The National Weather Service down there will be going out, and local National Weather Service offices will be surveying the tornado touchdowns. Southeast Alabama, the brief one for about 5 seconds, potentially southeast of Kansas City. I'm not sure if there's any damage. I'm not sure if they'll probably maybe take a sneak peek. We'll see. The one that was west of Madison, Wisconsin, they'll probably take a look at. And also, I believe there was a couple confirmed ones in Illinois. So we will take a look at that. But Arthur right now is back over land. It's not looking as great. Again, the heavy rain is the main threat as that remnant low spin is going to move over the southeast, giving a severe weather threat, just the brief tornado spin ups. It will eventually move off the southeast coast. And if there's still a spin there, again, some models are hinting at maybe another system developing. It will, we will have to see if it's a more of a hybrid system or if it maintain its full tropical characteristics. So we'll have more information on that. And looking at the storms right now, I'm very happy about what is currently going on because there was possibility for us to see multiple significant long track tornadoes on the ground, and there still is the chance tonight. It's early. It's 6:41 central time, but the morning convection, that was the big question mark. So how the morning convection stabilizing the atmosphere, pushing the warm front south, outflow boundaries, how all of that was going to play into how maxed out the instability parameters were and are, because there's so much shear in the atmosphere, and shear is turning of wind with height and also speed shear, increasing speed of the wind with height. And so you saw earlier as things really started initiating around 4 o'clock central time, all the cells kind of had like kidney bean shape. So everything was kind of curving a little bit. We had multiple tornado warnings. We did have a couple touchdowns, but now pretty quickly things are kind of calming down early. So again, the only tornado warning that we have at this moment in time is right on the state line. We've been talking about this storm of Illinois and Indiana, just off to the west of Terre Haute. They will be issuing either a severe thunderstorm warning for you, Terre Haute, or a tornado warning here very soon. But behind that storm, that tornadic storm, potentially tornadic, is one of the most powerful storms that, and maybe the most powerful storm we've seen all day, due to the strong updraft, the 2-inch size hail, and up to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We had a report of a 78-mile-per-hour wind gust that knocked down several power lines. So again, these are destructive storms training over the same area. And when we mean training over the same area, we're talking about thinking about like train tracks, right? Those train cars going over the same tracks over and over. We're kind of using that analogy for storms, right? The same location, we've got storm after storm, which can cause the risk of flooding, flash flooding, and also just the higher risk of damage, right? So if you have, more rain, more heavier rain, you've already had gusty wind, maybe knocking down some branches with the first storm. The soil is moist, and then you get this another secondary storm with stronger straight line winds and larger hail that could easily knock down trees, power lines. There will likely be some power outages around because power poles themselves were knocked down. So you need to just be very smart. And I would stay away from windows, even if it's, for this severe thunderstorm warning. Arcola, this is the hail core, the worst of it is moving over you right now. Oakland, you do not have a severe thunderstorm warning at this moment in time, but you need to be prepared for the core of the storm getting close to you. Hinesboro, same with you, and you need to be prepared. Between Hinesboro and Charleston, you need to be prepared. Hail core, potentially damaging straight line winds of 70 to 80 miles per hour. You need to be prepared for this. And again, we still have that rotation for you right around between Paris and Marshall. This is the storm east of you, the only tornado warned storm at this point. We are going to wait and see what the local National Weather Service does for Terre Haute. Terre Haute, you, you'll be getting something here soon. So again, we're looking at that. But what you can also see, oh, and actually, will you, Stephen, can you look at that storm and zoom in on it? That's just south of Springfield. That has, it's a big severe thunderstorm warning there. Um, there's some rotation in this, some rotation right around Auburn, north of Verdon, but this is a big severe thunderstorm warning. Quite a bit of lightning with this. So this was extending. This was a severe line of thunderstorms extending from near Waverly to Al Alsea, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail um, was associated with this. So this is going to be impacting Interstate 55 between mile markers 77 and 96, as well as Interstate 72 between mile markers 50 and 102. So this is moving east at 45 miles per hour. So this is a big area. There is some rotation in this. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe things tighten up and they trigger a tornado warning, but at this moment in time, it doesn't warn it right now. They finally issued this. So, Stephen, if we can look back down to the beast storm with the hail really quickly. Oh, it looks like Steven is left his chair. Oh yeah, he's got on it right now because he knew what I wanted to talk about. So you can see it flashing there on the display. We've got that rotation. So there is rotation in this storm, still only a severe thunderstorm warning. This is in effect for 43 more minutes. So again, this is until 7:30 Central Time. Again, this is located the storm over Cooks Mill or near Matin, moving southeast at 45. Again, this is a destructive storm. This is for the one with potentially up to 2-inch in diameter hail and 80-mile-per-hour wind. This is for Humboldt, Matin, and Charleston. You need to be prepared for this. Baseball size hail, 80-mile-per-hour wind. Those isolated cause damage. Just a baseball size hail itself falling, 80-mile-per-hour straight line wind. That's equivalent to a Category 1 hurricane. Combine those together in the hail core, and you're talking about potentially significant damage to your home or the building that you're in. Siding, roof, your car, smashed in windshields, dents. I've had my car impacted by a hailstorm before, by ping pong ball size hail and baseball. And between me and my two parents, we had thousands of dollars worth of hail damage. So if you can, if you have time, bring your car into the garage, but you're kind of running out of time. And we now, I had just mentioned this before about seeing that rotation, and this does not surprise me that we do have a new tornado warning for the storm behind. So this is a powerful storm. This is the strongest storm of the day that we've seen so far. So again, we have a new tornado warning. This includes Charleston and Hutton. Charleston, this rotation is on your doorstep. Will be there within just about 5 minutes or so. I need you to get to the lowest level of your home, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Make sure you're wearing your sneakers when you're getting into your safe place, as well as you're having pillows and blankets and everything. This is a very powerful storm with prolific lightning compared to the storm just off to the east, which they just issued only a severe thunderstorm warning. So, severe thunderstorm warning for Terre Haute. Um, Again, we were waiting on them to issue what a tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning, but Terre Haute severe thunderstorm warning. The storm is moving east at 35, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Be prepared for that. It's the storm behind you that is a beast. And so we now have a couple more tornado warnings that I want to talk about. So again, the storm south of Springfield. Remember, I told you that had rotation with it too, so we're concerned with that. But this beast of a storm um, that's gonna about to be moving over Charleston right now in Illinois. The rotation is basically right there. I need you to be in your safe place. Hutton, you need to be in safe place. If you live east of Charleston, in your safe place. Remember, I told you about this rotation. It's had rotation alongside 80-mile-per-hour damaging straight line wind and baseball size hail. Now we've got tightening rotation. This thing is a beast. If we can zoom in on this as much as possible, Stephen, the rotation, I just want you to see it. If we can do side to side and you can see how curled up this is. This is very significant right now. And zoom in even more. I want you to zoom in on this one. It looks like it might be an observed. Right there is, yep, it's observed. So it's a tornado on the ground, which makes sense because that is one heck of a tight rotation right there. So again, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado located near Charleston, moving east at 45 miles per hour. This is a PDS tornado warning. Weather spotters have confirmed this tornado is on the ground. You can tell that it's on the ground just by the hook. This is a beast. There are multiple threats with this storm. I need you to understand. Charleston, this rotation is basically right over you right now. The tornado is about to be on top of you if it isn't already. North of you, Humboldt, you just got some very large hail. There's some rotation there too. I need you in Oakland. Be prepared for baseball size hail, 80-mile-per-hour wind. Kansas, Illinois. I need you. This is the town of Kansas in the state of Illinois. I need you to get into your safe place. Baseball size hail. You also have 80-mile-per-hour damaging straight line wind and a large and dangerous tornado on the ground. Westfield, Hutton. I can't emphasize this enough for you. If you live in Westfield and Hutton, you have maybe 5, 8 to 10 minutes max. I need you in your safe place immediately. This rotation, again, it's about to be in Charleston. This tornado, you can see the velocity, the dropout. This is a very significant situation. So we need you to get into your safe place. Charleston, I mean, this is approaching you very quickly. Westfield, Hutton, you have a little bit more time, not much. I need you in your safe place, the lowest level of your home or building you're in, preferably a basement, if not a basement, an interior hallway, closet, or a bathroom. Get into the bathtub, protect yourself, wear your sneakers, bring pillows, blankets, get there quickly. Charleston, this is on your door. There's a tornado on your doorstep right now. Westfield and Hutton, this is about to be near you. Martinsville and north of Martinsville. I need you to think about getting your safe place. Martinsville, you are currently not in a tornado warning, but just north of you, you need to be prepared. Marshall, I need you to be prepared in Marshall. You are just on the outskirts of a tornado warning, but this storm is heading toward you. This is a large and dangerous tornado that is on the ground. This is in Charleston, Illinois. So I need you to seek shelter immediately. If we can, so really quickly, Stephen, can we zoom in at the tornado warning just south of Springfield, Missouri? Um, I want to get to that one too. We have this tornado warned storm. This is near Pawnee at the moment in time. This is an extended tornado warning. You can see how large it is. You can see where the rotation is as well. So again, this is radar indicated rotation, tornado, quarter size hail. The storm is moving east at 35 miles per hour. It is going to be near Kincaid around 7 o'clock and Jesseville around 7:05 the rotation. So I think you need to get into your safe places fast and quickly as possible. This is going to be near Sang Chris Lake State Park. And also, if you're driving on Interstate 55 between mile markers 77 and 87, this is impacting you. You need to get off the highway and get into a safe place if you can do so. Again, there is some significant rotation right around Pawnee at this moment in time. So Kincaid, Taylorsville, Edinburgh, Stonington, and anywhere in between. I need you in your safe place immediately. You know where that's at. You need to have your sneakers on. You need to protect yourself. But the big concern, can we go back to the Charleston storm? It in Illinois there, Stephen. This is the storm that I'm very, very concerned with. This one has the confirmed tornado on the ground. Okay, so this is observed, multiple storm spotters. I would like to see who was on this, if we can look at it. There are some storm chasers that are right on this tornado. It is a large and violent, dangerous tornado that is on the ground. I need you to seek shelter. Charleston, this is practically right on top of you right now. You're running out of time. I need you as fast as you can. If you can hear me, if you're watching me, you're not in Charleston, know someone in Charleston, you're getting lightning, and there is a violent tornado on the ground at this moment in time. It is very significant. I can't reiterate this enough. I need you to get into your safe place. You need to protect yourself as much as possible. A mobile home is not going to do it. You need to get in a sturdy structure, and you have literally seconds left to do that. And I need you to do that downstream of Charleston, Hutton, and north of Hutton, Westfield in particular. This is going to take a beeline towards you. Ashmore, I need you to seek shelter immediately. This is very critical. I need you to do this. There's a large dangerous tornado on the ground, and even north of this, the core, Kansas, Illinois, the town of Kansas in the state of Illinois, you're going to get the hail core of this, potentially 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts and baseball size hail. You need to be prepped for this. This is a very destructive storm, the strongest storm of the day so far, by far. Baseball size hail, damaging straight line wind, in excess of 80 miles per hour. We're looking at tornado Pagey right now. Let's see what we've got. Let's see who do we have a good. Okay, so we're looking at. I can't tell if that's actually the tornado on the ground. That is a good visual. Who was it? Tornado Pagey that's north of Charleston right now. Stephen, and I can't hear him because he's muted. Uh, let's see. We're looking at. So Stephen is running the radar for me at this moment in time. Uh, East of it. Okay. Um, so again, this is a very significant storm. There's a large and dangerous tornado on the ground. It could be a wedge on the ground. It was looking at some of the live streaming really quickly. It could easily be a wedge tornado on the ground. So again, you need to seek shelter. Again, weather spotters have confirmed this tornado. Again, this is just even if you don't get impacted by the tornado, the storm itself has baseball size hail in it and 80-mile-per-hour wind. This is the strongest storm of the day so far with a violent tornado on the ground. Westfield, if you live in Westfield, Hutton, I need you in your safe place now. Anywhere between Charleston and Westfield, as well as between Hutton and Ashmore. All of you, I need you in your safe place. Even Kansas, um, Illinois, I need you in your safe place because this storm could be impacting you as well in the tornado. So I need you to get you in your safe place. The town of Marshall, you are currently not in a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning, but this storm could take a beeline toward you. Martinsville, you're not under a severe thunderstorm warning or tornado warning. This is moving toward you. Martinville, Marshall, Casey, Melrose, any of the small communities in between, I need you to get into your safe place as quickly as possible because there is a large and dangerous tornado on the ground. Can we take a look at Tornado Page's um, feed really quick, Stephen, if we are able to, if we're allowed to? I know we've got some chasers on here. Or who is the one? Okay. At max right now, which is totally okay. So again, we are watching, we've got chasers on these storms. And so it's a very dangerous situation. I need you to get into your safe place. I'm gonna look at a couple of things here really quick myself to see what I can see with these storms. But again, this is doesn't look like to be weakening anytime soon. This is a beast of a storm. Again, a large and dangerous tornado is on the ground as we speak. I need you to get into your safe place as quickly as possible. Again, and this is, you know, this tornado warned storm. We have a couple of tornado warnings, the one south of Springfield. We did have a brief tornado just west of Madison, but this is the storm of the day. We've got multiple spotters on it. But it is the confirmed tornado, um, violent tornado. And so I'm gonna do look at a couple of things right now as it is looking at the lightning, seeing if I can see any type of debris. But gosh, this storm is extremely powerful. I'm gonna look at a couple of other feeds too. We've got two chasers that are on it. They're monitoring it. They're watching it. So again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground, and watching the I'm looking at with the wind motion and everything. So this is a very dangerous situation. I need you to be in your safe place. So again, if you are anywhere between Ashmore and Westfield, you need to be in your safe place. I'm gonna look at a couple more. Zoom in. I want to zoom in at some uh, communities, some closer communities. If you live near Westfield Road, if you live on East County Road 750, you're getting multiple lightning strikes. You need to be in your safe place as quickly as possible. This tornado is going to be near you, Ashmore, within the next couple of minutes, likely getting some hail at the moment in time. Westfield, you need to be prepared for this. You're likely going to have a brief moment with not a lot of rain, but you might get that the tornado, the visual. It's going to be very intense. So again, I'm going to look at. We've got a lot of our chasers on the move right now. They're staying up with this storm just because it's dangerous. Looking at some of the chaser feeds, I can see that there are a lot of trees around. So again, it's tricky to be chasing this. There are a lot of cars driving away from this storm. But again, this is a large, dangerous, and confirmed tornado on the ground. If you're just joining us, we are covering the tornado and severe weather threat here across parts of the plains in the Midwest. We actually had a confirmed tornado, believe it or not, in southeastern Alabama earlier, one off to the north and west of Madison, Wisconsin, a brief one for about 5 seconds southeast of Kansas City. And we have had a couple of touchdowns in Illinois, but in particular, we're watching this one cell, a very powerful cell that has a confirmed tornado on it. This is in the Charleston, Illinois area. But not only is there a large tornado on the ground, baseball size hail, damaging straight line wind of 80 miles per hour, that's equivalent to a category 1 hurricane. So this is a significant storm. You need to seek shelter if you're in Ashmore, anywhere between Ashmore and Westfield. you need to be in your safe place immediately. Also, the town of Kansas in the state of Illinois, you need to be in your safe place. And then thinking about farther down the line, Marshall, Redmond, Paris, Vermilion, Elbridge. You're actually still technically under a tornado warning in Paris and Elbridge and Vermilion for another storm, but we've got a confirmed tornado on the ground just west of you. So you're likely going to get another tornado warning here soon. I know you're exhausted. I know you're tired. I need you to heed these warnings. This storm, you had one storm move through, but this storm behind it is that much more significant with baseball size hail, 80-mile-per-hour straight line wind, and that large, dangerous confirmed tornado on it. So again, you need to seek shelter very quickly because this is a very serious situation. I'm going to look really quickly at the tornado warning south and east of Springfield, Missouri. It's moving over Kincaid right now, Taylorville. It's more of a broad circulation. I'm going to see if we have any updated reports, and we do have a confirmed tornado with this one as well near Jezzyville or 10 miles west of Taylorville, moving east at 50. So we do have a confirmed tornado. Emergency management has confirmed the tornado southeast of Springfield, Missouri. We have two tornadoes on the ground now, one southeast Missouri and one very close to the Indiana state line. We have Stephen Bruker, our producer, zooming in on this particular cell. Yes, if we can stay zoomed in really quickly so people can see it. It is observed. Can we get a little bit closer, Stephen? Zoom in a little bit closer. So again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. Emergency management has confirmed it's moving east at 50 miles per hour. Quarter size hail, damaging straight line wind, also upwards of 50, maybe even up to 60 miles per hour, are possible. Again, this isn't quite as tight of a rotation as what we're seeing with the other storm, but we did have confirmation from emergency managers that there is rotation. So again, I want you to seek shelter. Taylorsville, it's time for you. You need to get into your safe place, lowest level of the home or building you're in. Awanico, Assumption, Stonington, you need to be prepared for this storm as it's moving off to the east. Also, the tornado, though, itself is moving actually a little bit southeast. So looking farther south, Pana, Olman, Tower Hill, uh, Nokomis, I need you, Oconee, I need you to get into your safe place, Lakewood, Tower Hill. Not necessarily get into your safe place just yet. I just need you to be prepared and to be vigilant because there is potential for this storm to take a hard right. And typically, storms take a hard right when there's a tornado ongoing or it's about to produce a tornado. Westfield, I want to go back to the other tornado warning right now. Again, this is a PDS, particularly dangerous tornado situation because there's a confirmed large and dangerous tornado on the ground, confirmed by weather spotters, multiple weather spotters. This continues to be in effect for 10 more minutes. This is going to be extended, most likely farther down the road. I need you to be in your safe place. This is moving fast at 40 miles per hour, this particular storm. Again, this is the strongest storm we've had so far today with baseball size hail, 80-mile-per-hour straight line wind, and a confirmed large and violent dangerous tornado on the ground. So I want you to be prepared for that. They are going to have to extend this tornado warning very soon. It is likely going to include the town or Westfield for sure, east of there, Marshall, Martinsville. As this storm is nearing you, Elbridge, they may extend it to you. Vermilion, they may extend it to you. Even Paris, although you may be a little bit more on the northern side, so you may just miss the worst of this storm. We are getting some looking live here on X. Can you scroll back up above Daniel Shaw really quick? That was, oh, is that Enterprise, Alabama? Oh, that was that video. That was earlier today. Enterprise, Alabama, which it's crazy to see that tornado. And it's crazy that we do have that tornado threat for Alabama because Enterprise, Alabama, I don't know if you remember this, but unfortunately, a tornado hit the high school there. I'm going to do a quick look up of this. And so let's see, I think it was maybe in 2008, and I may be wrong, Alabama. Um, let's see. I'm gonna go really quick, so hold on one second. It was 2007, not 2008. It was a tornado outbreak February 28th through March 2nd in 2007. It hit Enterprise High School on March 1st, 2007. And unfortunately, it hit the high school and killed several students, and I believe one teacher, if not more. And this was an EF4 tornado that hit the school. This was a devastating tornado. So again, there's another one in Enterprise today. We're seeing some reports of uh, some large and dangerous, violent tornadoes here across Illinois. So again, you just need to be smart and safe, heed these warnings. And there's likely, so we've got Stephen. That's good. They extended the tornado warning. So let me get that. I want to focus on that so you can see it. Again, it's still a confirmed observed tornado on the ground. So this is 51 minutes. This is until 8 o'clock Central Time. Again, it still continues. This confirmed large and dangerous tornado was located near Westfield or near Charleston, moving east at 45 miles per hour, past Charleston already. This is still confirmed. Let's see, 7:10. So again, this tornado will be near Ashmore, Westfield around 7:10. We're looking at it right now. To name the counties, this is southeastern Coles County, southern Edgar County, northern Clark County. This storm is moving east at 45. Again, we still, and you can see where the tornado warning is. It's to the south and east, right? So again, I need you in Martinsville, in Marshall. I already told you about this before. You're likely going to get a tornado warning. You got it. Look at that rotation. Can we mirror that? And then also look at just the ping, the hail, but can we look at the correlation coefficient? Stephen, I would love to try and do that and see if we can see the dropout. Actually, can you go? So can we do the velocity and the correlation coefficient together so we can see the rotation and the dropout, which I believe we're seeing right there, but there's definitely debris in the air. So if you can circle the rotation, and then you've got that one dropout. Um, I wonder, can you do it in white? Is it possible to switch the color to white? Oh, look at Steven. Steven's great. Steven's like Jen, trying to do the different things. And make it thicker. Make the line thicker. Make it white. And see, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So again, it looks like we've got to drop out a little bit right there. So there may be a little displacement of the debris. But again, this is a very dangerous tornado and storm, violent updraft. The amount of lightning that this storm is producing is also significant. Heavy rain. Again, ping pong to baseball size hail, wind gusts exceeding 60, 70, up to 80 miles per hour. We've had reports of a 78-mile-per-hour wind gust with this storm, multiple power lines down as well. So again, I need you to be in your safe place. This is a very significant storm, the strongest storm of the day. And we've got two different storms with confirmed tornadoes. The one southeast of Springfield, near Taylorsville. And you can see there's a significant, now it's looking more intense, Taylorsville, as well as we've got this one. If we can look back up toward Taylorsville, I want to focus in on that too. And this tornado warning hugs right up to the Indiana state line. So this is heading toward Terre Haute. Terre Haute is a beautiful area. I wonder if we can, Stephen, I'm going to give you, can you zoom in on Springfield? And then I'm going to give you a job. Can you look at um, Department of Transportation cameras in Terre Haute? Um, along some of the highways. I want to see, and even in eastern Illinois, I want to see if we can get a good visual. So this is the storm. Let's see. I'm going to look at Springfield right now. So the rotation is, yeah, it's right there. Okay, so right around Taylorsville, just north of Wanaco, they are going to extend this tornado warning. It's going to be, I would be prepared for Assumption, Mau Mauqua, Stonington, if you're not in it already, I think you're just outside this tornado warning. In areas in between, I need you to get to your safe place. And also, it is diving a little bit off to the south and east. So again, Panna, Ullman, Rosamond, this dangerous storm is heading toward you, and especially between Panna and Assumption in Illinois, southeast of Springfield. I need you to get into your safe place. You can see right where that rotation is. So there likely will be triggering that tornado warning downstream of where you can see the tornado. So again, Owanaco, I need you in your safe place immediately. Intense lightning with the storm too. So one of the things that you can notice with the lightning, especially if you see a lightning jump, which is an increase, a rapid increase in the amount of lightning strikes can indicate a strengthening storm, strengthening updraft, obviously. And therefore there's been written documentation, scientific research that that can be the precursor to the storm about to produce a tornado, strengthening updraft. So again, we've got our very own Stephen Bruker looking up some tower cams right now. Terre Haute is what I'm really focused on. I'm very concerned. I'm starting to get concerned about Terre Haute. So we've got the confirmed tornado south and east of Springfield, but Terre Haute is where I'm really concerned because that's a big community, a big city, and I've forecasted and been locally on their news before. So this is a very scary, dangerous situation. The storm is now kind of in the middle of a radar hole, so it's kind of difficult to see a little bit. We're getting more of the upper levels. Well, I want surface based. But again, this rotation, this possible tornado right over Westfield right now, heading toward Marshall, Prairieton, Terre Haute, you are in line for this. You will likely be getting a tornado warning here soon. You already have a severe thunderstorm warning for the prior storm for 60-mile-per-hour wind. That prior storm was nothing compared to what's about to come for you, Terre Haute, and I mean it. Prairieton and Prairie Creek. This storm is got baseball up to baseball size hail, up to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and we have that confirmed tornado. Again, that rotation is basically right over Westfield right now. I need you to seek shelter. If you need to be in your safe place right now, Westfield, let's just say that. If you are anywhere down east, southeast of Westfield, including Marshall, Elbridge. Between Marshall and Elbridge, I need you to be in your safe place immediately. Again, we have a dangerous storm here producing up to baseball size hail, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts with reports of power poles down, and the report of 78-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But again, we've got a large and dangerous tornado that is on the ground. I need you to be in your safe place immediately. This is a very dangerous storm. And we actually, Stephen, can we actually go north to Madison? We got a new tornado warning up there too. Madison, Wisconsin. Can you scoop me up there really quickly? And Stephen is my producer. He's doing an incredible job. He's a veteran storm chaser. He's a meteorologist in his own right, doesn't have an actual degree, but a lot of chasers, weather spotters, they've seen enough weather, they understand the weather patterns, the upper level dynamics, that they sometimes understand things better than someone who has a degree and that sat in a classroom, because being out in the field, you learn so much. And that is Stephen. Stephen knows a lot about everything. He's very wise, but he is also good at driving the radar. So again, this is a new tornado warning. I'm going to take a look at it. There's several communities. This is just south of Madison, Wisconsin. This is by the surface low, so we're getting that extra spin. So again, this is a radar confirmed tornado. So it's a radar confirmed tornado. So this is on the ground too. Now, this has not been spotted by emergency management or storm chasers, but a radar confirmed tornado near Belleville. And this is moving east at 35 miles per hour. Evansville, Brooklyn, and Albany. This is going to be near you in the next couple of minutes. Edgerton around 7:40 local time. Other locations that'll be impacted is our Fulton, Indian Ford, Attica, Leiden, Cooksville, Albion, Magnolia, and Dayton. This is a tornado on the ground, and I need you to take shelter immediately. So again, looking at this, this is Belleville where we were seeing the dropout. So Brooklyn, Union, Evansville, Fulton, Edgerton, Dunkirk, Albion, Rutland. I need you all in your safe place right now. Again, your safe place is the lowest level of the building or home you're in. Do not try, please do not try and see this. This could be a rain wrap tornado. It may be very difficult to see. So once you get the warning on your phone, you hear the sirens, I need you to get into your safe place. You just need to get one confirmation that there is a threat of a tornado and you need to get underground. So again, three different tornadoes potentially on now the ground at the same time. One in Madison, south of Madison, Wisconsin, I should say. And then we've got two others in central and southern Indiana. And now we've got a new tornado warning. So now I'm taking Stephen everywhere. Stephen, can you drop down? This is the storm north and east of Terre Haute. That is a new tornado warning on this. So this is actually just southwest of Indianapolis. This is something to be aware of as well. I'm going to look at the details of this particular tornado warning. Um, this is, let's see, for northeastern Vigo County, northwestern Clay County, southeastern Park County, and central Putnam County in central Indiana until 8:45 local time. So again, possible tornado near Brazil, Indiana, or 10 miles northeast of Terre Haute, moving east at 60 miles per hour. This is radar indicated. Luckily, this is not on the ground. It could drop at any moment in time. So I need you to seek shelter immediately. If you are in Carbon, it's right over you. Brazil, Greencastle, Cloverdale, and anywhere between Greencastle and Cloverdale, I need you to be in your safe place immediately. And this is a heads up for Indianapolis. We were monitoring storms near you last week. You've got some very feisty storms heading your way, especially toward Bloomington, Indiana, Linton, Indiana, southern suburbs of Indianapolis, where I think there was a confirmed tornado last week, a quick QLCS spin up, Greenwood, Franklin, several other locations. So again, I need you to be in your safe place if you're in this. And then let's take a look again at our beast of a storm here, Stephen, that is um, approaching Terre Haute. So Terre Haute, you got one tornado warning to your northeast. Not worried about that for you. But we've got this other storm that had a large and dangerous confirmed tornado on it. Let's see if we can take a different look. I like to look at different radars. I'm kind of doing that individually on my own while Steven is running the radar. Still very tight rotation here. That rotation is currently east of Hutton, heading toward Marshall. Okay. Um, Marshall and Prairieton, I need you, basically this rotation is very close to you in Prairieton. And so, or not Prairieton just yet. It's approaching Marshall and then it will be Prairieton. But the rotation and possible tornado and likely still on the ground is just south and east of Westfield heading toward Marshall. This is just north of Martinsville. I need you to be in your safe place. It will be approaching Prairieton, possibly Prairie Creek. Um, and this may go just we'll see. Looking at the motion of it right now, I'm kind of looking at things while we've got Stephen running the radar. But again, this is a very dangerous situation where we've got hail, potentially a ping pong to baseball size, damaging straight line winds of 60 to 80 miles per hour. And we've got a violent tornado likely still on the ground based on the rotation and what we're seeing right now. We're putting this in motion. I'm trying to get a good motion and feel of it. So this is likely, this could impact Terre Haute. I need Marshall, I need Prairieton, I need Riley. Terre Haute, right now you're currently not under a tornado warning, but it'll likely be issued for you here pretty soon, quickly, within the next, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes as the storm shifts off to the east. Again, large hail with this. An 80-mile-per-hour wind gust. So this is a beast of a storm. And again, we have that one tornado warning near Madison. which may be able and was confirmed, but I think it's lifted. We have some severe thunderstorm warnings for that too. And we have a new actually tornado warning south and east of Springfield. So we're starting to see more, these storms are really starting to get into where there is the highest shear and spin in the atmosphere. So it's pretty significant with what we're seeing. And they're all in the tornado watch that we are watching as well. The shear level is just incredible. A 60 knot low level jet, everything is just coming together for what we're seeing, especially with the beast of the storm that is just west of Terre Haute. And Terre Haute, I really need you to be aware of where your safe place is. I need Prairiton, Marshall, this storm is heading towards you, and the tornado, the possible and likely tornado on the ground, is heading toward you, Marshall. It's going to be over you momentarily. I need you to be in your safe place. Again, this storm is holding its own, and this is kind of similar a little bit to what we saw on Thursday, where even though they aren't quite individual storms, there's so much shear that we're getting all these individual little spins in the atmosphere, and so that's what we're seeing right now with these storms. So again, this is a very dangerous situation for multiple places here across central and southern Illinois and into west southern Indiana. And so again, as these storms continue to propagate off to the east, and this, unfortunately, a lot of these storms are moving over the same area. So many areas have gotten multiple severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings. You may be exhausted, and I completely understand that, but I need you to take this seriously and to heed any warnings because the atmosphere is so volatile. We've got a lot of severe weather parameters maxed out today, especially with the sheer changing of wind, direction with height, speed with height, as well as a lot of warm, moist air, and the forcing aloft is something we typically see in March and April during the springtime rather than 5 days before the summer solstice. So you need to take this very seriously. The one tornado warning I want to let you know, and we're going to get Stephen back in here momentarily. These storms are moving at a pretty fast pace, so the multiple tornado warnings, two different ones, southeast of Springfield. I need you in Pana. I need you to be in your safe place. There's rotation right over you. Shelbyville, I need you in your safe place as well. And Taylorville, you, I think, are likely Edinburgh. Taylorville, you're on the tail end, so you'll likely be able to clear out here pretty quickly. Looking just west of Terre Haute, this is where we've got the potential up to ping pong baseball size hail, 70 to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and we've got that rotation. This storm is really approaching you fast, Terre Haute, and they're likely going to issue a tornado warning for you very quickly. We do have the one tornado warning off to the north and east of Terre Haute, where we're seeing some rotation near Brazil, and I'm going to get an update on this tornado warning. Again, this is radar indicated rotation, and this storm is moving east at 60 miles per hour. This is a very fast moving storm. So again, Terre Haute, you just had one storm, powerful storm move through. You're going to get the most powerful storm of the day that's approaching to your west. And it's currently approaching Marshall. Marshall, you're about to see that rotation move right over you. So I want to focus on that a little bit. Terre Haute, you should be getting a tornado warning here very momentarily. Still very tight rotation on this storm. We got to assume that it is still on the ground. And again, it's kind of diving southeast a little bit. So, but Terre Haute, you're in the line of this, but Marshall, I can't iterate this enough for you. In Illinois, I need you to get into your safe place as quickly as possible. And really quickly, Stephen, can we zoom in southeast of Springfield? We got another tornado warning southeast of Springfield in Missouri that I just want to zoom in and look at really quickly near Pana. We've got Tower Hill in the path of it, Shelbyville. Lakewood likely is just going to be to your north. Can we zoom in on it at a good clip and just get a closer view of the town names really quickly? Hmm. I'm not worried about that one. Can we do the one to um south and east? Oh yeah, that one just expired, which is perfect. Near Panna and Shelbyville. Yeah, perfect. Steven knows what I'm talking about. Can you zoom in really quickly into that and just stay steady? Stay steady. And zoom out just a tad. I want to get look at the whole storm. But we've got Panna right there. This rotation is going to be near you. Shelbyville, I need all of you to be into your safe place. So again, this was that newly issued tornado warning that I had briefly mentioned just a little bit ago. This is moving east at 45 miles per hour. Possible tornado, also ping pong ball size hail. These are some very strong, powerful, destructive storms. You can see that in the reflectivity where you're seeing the pinks right there. This is a very strong core, very strong updraft. So again, very large hail, ping pong ball size hail associated with this storm. So again, I need you to seek shelter immediately if you are in the path. Again, the one tornado warning was allowed to expire. The storm had moved out and weakened. So again, we've got the one southeast of Springfield near Panna. But again, I want to focus a little bit more on Terre Haute if we can zoom back into that area. Watching that rotation just approaching and nearing Marshall. Marshall, you are getting very large hail and you're about to get some rotation and potentially a tornado. Terre Haute, this powerful storm is heading toward you. Your local National Weather Service office should be issuing, at least at minimum, a severe thunderstorm warning for you, if not a tornado warning for you very soon. I need you to be prepared for damaging straight line winds, hail, and possible tornado. Think about getting into your safe place here. And again, looking at the other tornado warning off to the north and east of Terre Haute. This one is near Greencastle. Again, this is radar indicated. And we're not looking at any serious hail with this, which is great. You're not seeing that hail core. You're not seeing the bright pinks. And it's more of an elongated storm. We're just seeing some embedded rotation in it. But Indianapolis, these fierce storms are heading for you. So Indianapolis, you've been getting some light to moderate, even some pockets of heavier rain, but some stronger storms are heading your way. So just as I expected, again, Terre Haute, we now have the tornado warning for you. I'd already told you to get into your safe place. Think about it. I need you to continue to do so. So I'm going to update this, look at this tornado warning really quickly. Now it's radar indicated rotation. That's what I'd like to see. The rotation has weakened a little bit. So right now it's radar indicated. It's not on the ground, but it's capable of producing a tornado. It may be cycling through. This is moving east at 45 miles per hour. Looking at that rotation, it is approaching Marshall. Marshall, it'll be near you in just a couple minutes. Prairieton, Terre Haute, potentially Prairie Creek. Any of the surrounding areas and communities, it's going to be near you. So I need you to just be in your safe place. I want you to be smart. This is the strongest storm of the day, I would say, or at least so far. Though the one that's south and east of Springfield's got a pretty significant hail core and some ping pong ball size hail as well. Um, and Steven, our producer, I'm going to have him move the radar around. I want everyone to give me just like a minute or two. I'm gonna go take a quick mini break. But I will be right back as fast as possible. So Steven, you can talk if you want to. Move the radar around, take a wide out view, but I'll be back in like 2 seconds. So stand by everyone. Of Lubbock. So for those of us who are meteorologists, it's a unique passion. It's not just a job, we're saving lives. That passion never goes away. The weather never sleeps. It's 24/7. You work really hard and you work really odd hours. You are underpaid significantly. A lot of us are burnout or run down, which is why I left full time. I had my daughter and I was missing the big moments, and I didn't want to regret that later on in life. Sometimes you'd like to just be able to take a deep breath and just work for yourself. When I first saw Weatherfront were showing me those graphics, I just, within 10 seconds, you knew they had something extra special. There aren't many tools that allow you to broadcast well from home. That's all you need to give an amazing weather forecast. My 8-year-old daughter was learning it faster than me. Weatherfront is allowing freedom for so many meteorologists. I don't think they realize how they are disrupting this industry in the most positive way and helping so many people reach that work-life balance. They're preventing burnout, and they're actually allowing for more credited meteorologists to be on social media and digital platforms. I can actually do what I love under my circumstances when I want to do it. And it's like the best feeling in the world. On this southern storm that we're monitoring, this is a quick, brief spin up tornado, most likely. That'll be on maybe 1 or 2 radar scans, and then it'll be completely gone. Around even one just off to the north and west of Madison, Wisconsin, southeastern Alabama, southeast of Kansas, in Illinois. Um, so again, we're going to look very closely. One thing I want to look at Terre Haute really quick. Terre Haute, you may dodge a bullet. I don't like really using that phrase, but it looks like the rotation is weakened some, and the storm has weakened just a little bit. The hail core isn't as significant as it was. I don't know if we're still getting 2-inch size hail, baseball size hail. Definitely still some hail. Not sure if we're getting up to 80-mile-per-hour winds, straight line wind gusts, but could be 60 to 70 mile per hour. Um, it's looking a little bit more messy, but still a powerful storm, and it still looks like the most powerful storm of the day. So I'm going to see if we have any updates here right now, again, with the tornado warning. And again, it's radar indicated. We did have a confirmed large and dangerous tornado on the ground earlier, but we still do have some rotation with this storm. So again, it could produce any minute. It could be cycling through. The rotation is not quite as tight as what it was. It's still tight though. So I want you to keep that in mind. So I want you to take this very seriously. We're looking at it right now. And you can see where that rotation is. So again, we're unfortunately in between 3 different radars, what we call radar hole, where the beams are rising up. And so we're not getting the true visual of what's happening at the lowest level. And so that's why we need storm spotters to be at the ground and let us know, is there actually a tornado on the ground? The mid-level rotation looks great, but we can't see the lower level rotation. So we've been scanning and looking at different radars to get a better understanding of what is going on. But again, Terre Haute, need to be in your safe place. There is maybe a little bit of a secondary rotation. We'll see. Still some large hail with the storm. Maybe not as large as what we saw earlier. But again, there could be still some damaging hail, damaging straight line wind gusts of 60, 70, 80 miles per hour. And again, we're watching that strong rotation. So I want you to be in your safe place. Terre Haute, you've seen a lot this evening, multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings in many areas along this line. So I need you to just heed warnings for this storm, but then there's some more storms, some beastly storms. One just off right over Shelbyville, actually, that just went through Pana, Illinois. Pana, now you are in the clear, but we have some rotation with it and this pretty decent hail core too, and some intense heavy rain. So focusing in on that. near Shelbyville. So it's about to be really intense for you with the hail and the wind. Ping pong ball size hail is possible. So I need you to take this very seriously. Looks like the rotation and it looks like there's some broader rotation, so some different areas of rotation that we can look at. So it looks like it's broadening out a little bit, but still treat this as obviously it's a tornado warning, continues to be a tornado warning. If you're in Shelbyville, I need you to get to the lowest level of the building or home you're in. Even if you're in a store, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Sometimes an interior bathroom is the smartest and best thing you can do. I want you to do that. I want you to protect yourself. I want you to do whatever you can because this is a dangerous and nasty storm. I would say the second strongest storm of the day, second to what we saw earlier, that is now about to impact Terre Haute, where we had all at once, up to baseball size hail, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and a large violent tornado on the ground. Right now, that near Terre Haute is it's radar indicated at the moment in time, or it's we're looking at the radar indicated rotation. Um, so we'll see if we can um uh we'll see what happens with that. I hope as we get later on in this evening, things kind of calm down. But another risk factor that we have are storms training over the same areas. So Terre Haute, you've been battered. Many areas south of Springfield, these storms are generally moving in the easterly direction from west to east. And so therefore, many locations are getting multiple warnings, multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, even flash flood warnings. And so you need to be prepared for if you're in an area that's prone to flooding, maybe you've got a creek in your backyard or a stream that's nearby. Just be careful, especially with kids. After the storms pass, it's probably going to be late, so you're not going to put them outside. But even tomorrow morning, any creeks, streams, rivers, they're going to be flowing pretty rapidly, especially with these areas that are impacted and have received a lot of rain. And that rain will still have to funnel down from tributaries as well. So just keep that in mind with any children. If you live near any kind of body of water, but running water, such as any kind of creeks, streams, rivers, that sort of a thing. And again, Terre Haute, you are just getting the thick of it right now. Again, we've got that tornado warning for you. That does continue for about 34 more minutes. Radar indicated as well. So I want to see what happens with that if they allow that to expire with Terre Haute. We've got 34 minutes left of that. I want to see how that performs. And then again with Shelbyville, kind of more messy. We're seeing different, like the velocity, the rotation. It's very messy right now. So I'm going to keep a very close eye on it. We still have that tornado warning in effect for 18 minutes. So again, this is radar indicated, but ping pong ball size hail, which is south and east of Missouri. We still have that tornado warning that's near Madison, Wisconsin. Is there a way, Stephen, that you can bring us up there really quickly? I want to see here how much more time we have with this particular storm. We've got 18 more minutes with this warning. Again, the hazard is a tornado. Radar indicated moving east at 35 miles per hour. Outside of that, we have multiple, numerous severe thunderstorm warnings, and it looks like there's rotation there. I see rotation. They maybe allow it to expire as we have a large severe thunderstorm warning that they just issued that's over an hour in time. This is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This storm is moving east at 55 miles per hour, really fast. Some of these storms moving at highway speed. So again, there's been some areas of rotation. So expect this across southern Wisconsin. This complex of storms approaching Milwaukee, Janesville, Whitewater, Elkhorn, Racine. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that accurately. Stephen may know. Kenosha. This is all heading toward, it's going to be moving over the lake here within the hour or so, within about 45 minutes to an hour. So, which is some good news. But there's going to still be the potential for some spin. So just keep that in mind for southern Wisconsin, including south and east of Madison. This includes Atkinson, Whitewater, Milton, Janesville, just some gusty winds. And again, we do have that one tornado warning. Some brief spin ups are going to be possible. Looking elsewhere south and east of Kansas City, we have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings, but the main thing that we are concerned with is some tornado warnings. Right now, things are broadening out a little bit, which is some good news. I'm going to take a little bit of a sip of water, so stand by really quickly. Mm. After talking straight for several hours, your throat can get a little dry. So you need to moisten it up a little bit. But if there are any questions, please let me know because we are here for you. We want to answer those questions. The reason that we are live is we want to protect you, your life, and your property. And so I want you to know that we're here for you. Um, let's see. And I'm talking to my producer right now. Maybe. Uh, so again, we've got multiple warnings here. That we are looking at. So again, zooming in just a little bit, you can see that, and we'll see right now, the Terre Haute storm. Again, there's some rotation with it. What I hope is this is the finale, meaning that we will hopefully be done, but actually shoot back up. Let's shoot back up to Madison, Wisconsin, Stephen, if we can do that, only because they just issued a new tornado warning, and I just got done mentioning across southern Wisconsin as these storms are moving to the east that there is the potential for some more spin, a brief electricity. So morning. This is now newly issued. So stand by. This is a radar indicated. The storm is moving east at 50 miles per hour. Possible rotation and tornado over Footville or 8 miles east of Broadhead. Again, this is going to be near Janesville and Beloit around 7:50, so in about 5 minutes Eastern or Central Time, and it will be near Clinton at 7:55 Central Time. Other areas impacted by the storm are going to be Hanover, Tiffany, Fox Hollow, Avalon, Shop, Shapir, Afton, and Emerald Grove. So I need you to take this very seriously. This is radar indicated. Likely it's not confirmed and on the ground, but there is definitely rotation in this line of storms as it's trekking off to the east. Within the hour, it'll push off the coast and over the lake, which is great news, giving us a break. So again, I just need you to heed that warning. Now, some good news here, Stephen. We're going to dive back. I keep on going, bouncing back and forth. So we're watching that cluster of storms in southern Wisconsin, but looking here for central southern Illinois and Indiana, it looks like the rotation is broadened out southeast of Springfield. So we now just have a severe thunderstorm warning. Terre Haute, this is basically our last tornado warning. So far, at the moment in time, I'm going to say there is still rotation, there's still spin in some of these storms. So, just like we saw in southern Wisconsin, we could see another tightening up of the rotation and a tornado warning. So, I want you to keep that in mind. I'm going to see an update with Terre Haute. 28 minutes left to go. Again, half dollar size hail. is possible with the storm as it moves east at 45 miles per hour. Beware if you're on Interstate 70 between mile markers 1 and 23. This is going to impact you. The tornadic cell north and east of Terre Haute approaching Indianapolis has now been allowed to expire and has transitioned into a severe thunderstorm warning. So Indianapolis, you're about to get the worst of these storms, potentially up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some large hail that could cause some damage. Storms are moving east at about 50 miles per hour. So Indianapolis, you're going to be in these storms for quite a while, and they're just moving into the city. So I want you to take this very seriously. Terre Haute, you're close to my heart only because well, first of all, it's a beautiful area, but I've also worked very closely and forecast for Terre Haute, and it's a beautiful part of the country. I think the every part of the United States has their own unique things and scenery, so it can be very beautiful and wonderful. So again, Terre Haute, we're watching you. I think the storm is weakening. The heaviest rain, possibly some hail, is basically right on top of you. So again, you may be getting some half-dollar size hail. So you'll likely hearing that on your roof. The good news is the baseball hail risk is lower. Likely not seeing 80-mile-per-hour winds or 70, maybe 50 to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which is some good news. The rotation looks like it has weakened some as well. So this is the trend I like to see. And hopefully as we head into like southern Wisconsin, we see that the tornado threat will be weakening as well. That's what we hope, but there's still some rotation along this line. So we just have to be careful, especially near Ordfordville, also the north of the town of Newark, north of Beloit, south of Janesville, and the town of Turtle, which sounds like a really cute town. Um, that I would like to explore. So we just need to be careful with that too. So I just need you to get in your safe place and just keep in mind if you're in Richmond, if you're in Elkhorn, East Troy, Delavan, Burlington, Lake Geneva, Mukwonago, and Wind Lake, and even farther east, Caledonia, Racine, and Kenosha, and even Franklin and Milwaukee, there could be some brief spin ups rotation with these storms. So again, be heed all warnings. And also looking, there are multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. The biggest concern is damaging straight line wind up to 60 miles per hour. So just be aware of that. These storms are moving east at 55 miles per hour. So this whole line is going to be shifting within the hour over Lake Michigan. So something to keep in mind. Good news here with Terre Haute. Um, I like the weakening trend that we're seeing. That storm was a beast. I was very worried about Terre Haute only because of the fact that the history of the storm. There's still some rotation, so again, we still have to be very careful. Again, the worst of the storm, heaviest of the rain, potentially half-dollar size hail is moving over Terre Haute right now. So again, I want you to heed all warnings. The amount of lightning that we're seeing with these storms is pretty significant, but things will gradually be winding down as we head towards sunset, the daytime heating, but we still have some strong southerly jet, upper level trough and jet stream aloft. We call that the river of air that's above us. Very powerful forcing with the storm system. And so, again, we're going to continue to monitor this with the tornado warnings. But at this moment in time, I think we may take just a little bit of a break as we're seeing some weakening, and this is moving really quickly out of Terre Haute. So I think that hopefully that tornado warning will be able to expire. And we'll have severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, the biggest concern, and possibly some small hail. And just be aware in southern Wisconsin that we could have some brief spin ups as this line does move eastward and move over the water. So Milwaukee, you could get into a severe thunderstorm warning here within the hour. Hopefully not. There's one just off to your west that goes until 8:45 Central Time for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But again, a very potent storm system and day. I think it did materialize how we were expecting, with multiple storms developing, rotating. Some produced tornadoes, some didn't. We did have a couple strong, violent tornadoes on the ground. The good news is these storms are experiencing a weakening trend. So, with that said, I think we're going to sign off for now. But if things ramp up again, we will come back on. But be smart, be safe. Weather.Watch is here for you with podcasts, with documentaries, all sorts of fun content. We want to be your source of weather information. So, thank you for joining us this evening, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye, everyone. Of Lubbock. So for those of us who are meteorologists, it's a unique passion. It's not just a job, we're saving lives. That passion never goes away. The weather never sleeps. It's 24/7. You work really hard and you work really odd hours. You are underpaid significantly. A lot of us are burnout or run down, which is why I left full time. I had my daughter and I was missing the big moments, and I didn't want to regret that later on in life. Sometimes you'd like to just be able to take a deep breath and just work for yourself. When I first saw Weatherfront for showing me those graphics, within 10 seconds, you knew they had something extra special. There aren't many tools that allow you to broadcast well from home. That's all you need to give an amazing weather forecast. My 8-year-old daughter was learning it faster than me. Weatherfront is allowing freedom for so many meteorologists. I don't think they realize how they are disrupting this industry in the most positive way and helping so many people reach that work-life balance. They're preventing burnout, and they're actually allowing for more credited meteorologists to be on social media and digital platforms. I can actually do what I love under my circumstances when I want to do it. And it's like the best feeling in the world. On this southern storm that we're monitoring, this is a quick, brief spin-up tornado, most likely. That'll be on maybe 1 or 2 radar scans, and then